Welcome to Chapa International. I'm Nilamata speaking. This is related to energy and environment MCQ for engineers preliminary examination civil discipline 22. Environment defined as a sum total living and non-living components, influences events surrounding an organism. Abiotic component environment abiotic, soil, land, water, air, light and heat. Biotic, plants, animals, decomposers, parasites and atmosphere, nitrogen 78%, oxygen 22.85%, argon 0.93%, and carbon dioxide 0.03%. Layers of atmosphere, tropospheres, it up to 16 km, stratosphere 16 to 15 km, mesosphere 15 to 80 km, thermosphere 80 to 640 km, and exosphere 640 to 65 km. In the troposphere, temperatures decrease with increase in the height. Stratosphere temperature increase, thermosphere temperature increase, and exosphere also temperature increase. Ozone layer found in the stratosphere. It contains a thin layer of ozone molecules which forms a protective layer shielding the life on Earth from the sun ultraviolet radiation. And troposphere contains 75% of the atmospheric mass. In the mesosphere, the temperature generally decreases with increasing altitude. In the thermosphere, temperature increases. The ecosystem is a community of living organisms in conjunction with non-living components of their environment, things like air, water, mineral and soil. Biome, it is a grouping of terrestrial ecosystem on a given continent that the similar in vegetation, structure, physiognomy, environmental features and characteristics of the animal communities. Biosphere is a part of the earth where the life can exist. Biosphere represents a highly integrated interactive zones of composing atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Symbiosis describes the close interaction between two or more different species. Ecological succession is the process of change in the species structure of an ecological community over time. Ecological niche, the functional characteristics of a species in its habitat referred to as niche. The habitat of a species is like address where the niche is protected. It is profession, activities and responses specific to the species. Term niche means sum of all the activities and relationship of a species by which it uses the resources in the habitat for survival. Ecotone, the transition area between two or more diverse ecosystems. Trophic level, the ecosystem is the basic unit where a complex natural community obtained a food from plants to 1 or 2 or 3, 4 steps according to these steps known as the first, second, third, fourth trophic level. Troph means nourishment. Autotroph and different types of heterotrophs belong to different trophic levels. Green plants, trophic level 1, autotroph. Herbivores, primary conjugate, trophic level 2. Carnivores, secondary conjugate, trophic level 3. Carnivores, tertiary conjugate, trophic level 4. A food chain, a sequence of organisms that feed one another form a food chain. Omnivorous, they eat both on plant animals. Carnivores, they feed on herbivores and tertiary consumers. Lindman 10% law. According to this law, during the transfer of energy from organic food to one trophic level to next trophic level, only about 10% energy from organic matter is stored as fresh. The remaining is lost during the transfer, broken down in respiration, a lost to incomplete digestion at high trophic level. Bioaccumulation or biomagnification. The non-degradable pollutants generally move through the various trophic levels in an ecosystem. The non-degradable pollutants are the materials which cannot be metabolized by the living organisms. Example, chlorinated hydrocarbons. Movement of these pollutants involve two main processes, that is bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Bioaccumulation refers to the accumulation of substances such as pesticides or other chemicals in an organism. Biomagnetism is the increasing concentration of the substance such as toxic chemicals in the tissues of organisms at successively higher levels in food chain. Impact of biomagnification causes oligospermia, that is low sperm count, in extreme cases azoospermia, kidney failure, abnormal menstruation cycle, abnormal irregular ovulations, brain abnormalities. The graphic represents a trophic structure and its function of an ecosystem, starting from producers at the base level to successive trophic levels, forming an apex is known as ecological pyramid. Ecological pyramid may be upright pyramid, inverted pyramid. Upright pyramid producers occupy a broad base. Consumers decrease in terms of numbers or biomass. In pyramid of energy is always upright. In inverted biomass, producers occupy a narrow base and consumers increase in numbers or biomass. The pyramids of numbers in this in tree-dominated ecosystem and pyramid of biomass in aquatic ecosystem are inverted. Nutrient cycle at biogeochemical nutrient cycle that depends upon they have the influencing role in abundance of organism, metabolic rate at which they live, complexity of ecosystem. Biogeochemical cycle. In this natural pathway through which the essential elements of living matter are circulated, it includes biological, geological and chemical aspects of each cycle. There are two basic types of cycles, gaseous cycle and sedimentary cycle. Gaseous cycles are those cycles that include nitrogen, oxygen, carbon and water. Sedimentary cycles are those cycles that include iron, calcium, phosphorus, sulfur and other more earthbound elements. Ecosystem. The basic concept of ecosystem is that any place of where the organism lives, there is a continuous reaction between living and non-living component. These biotic and abiotic components are regarded as linked together through nutrient cycle and energy flow. An ecosystem defined as a network of interaction among organisms and between the organism and the environment. They can be of any size but are usually accompanied by specific limitations. For example, a drop of water having few bacteria up to the whole earth. When whole earth is taken as ecological model, it is the longest ecosystem called Ecosphere. The ecology, the writer gives the form ecology, which was later modified by German scientist Haeckel as ecology, the study of structure and function of ecosystem. While performing the ecological study, which focuses on entire community or biotic component, is called synecology. While the performing ecology study, which focuses on single and individual species, is called autoecology. The component ecosystem, abiotic components, then biotic components. The abiotic components are climatic and edaphic. Climate, rain, light, wind, temperature, edaphic, soil, pH, minerals and topography. Biotic component producers, consumers, decomposers. And the consumers are primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer and quaternary consumer. With this, the present company like is subscribe, put a bell and thank you.